Our guest today is a Madison author whose latest book is I Thought You Said This Would Work.
It is a great title. It is the poignant and funny story of two women's cross-country road trip from California to Wisconsin to help a mutual friend battling cancer, and it was just published this week.
Ann Garvin, a former UW professor, joins us now. Ann, thanks for being with us today.
Hi, Ann. Good to see you.
Hi, thanks so much for having me.
How would you categorize this book? You call it a comedy, but cancer's in the first sentence.
I know, right? That always throws people off a little bit. I write funny and sad, and that is something that I've tried to write all funny, I've tried to write all sad, and I can't really do it. So I always say that my books are a little bit funny and a little bit sad, and you just have to be ready for it.
And that's life, right?
I mean, it is. That's life.
Is this story fiction, or is this something from your own life?
No, it's totally fiction. I mean, certainly little bits and pieces, conversations, things like that happen. And I definitely, went on a road trip and was out in Utah to the Best Friends Animal Sanctuary. But it's really just all fiction.
Tell us the story.
Well, I have a couple of friends who we were all out to dinner, and just the three of us. And they are friends because of me. And they're strong women, and they like each other. But during dinner, I looked at them and I thought, you know what? Put those two in a Prius with a big dog, make them go cross country, and it is going to be hell to pay.
Let the hilarity ensue, right?
Exactly. And so I literally wrote it on the napkin right there, and then the story just kind of unfolded.
So it's a story of friendship?
Yeah, it really is. It's a story of what bonds people together. It's a story of what happens when you lose a friendship and you're not sure how that happened, and it's a big loss in your life. The characters have to kind of figure out what happened between them, and it's nothing either one of them thought it was.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, it's okay. It's really just about how people bond to each other. So sometimes our family is our friends, and sometimes our friends are our family. And so it's a mix of that kind of thing. I like to say it's part Thelma and Louise, part Little Miss Sunshine. It's quite an epic journey for these two.
And what's the dog piece of it?
Well, the dog, they have to go cross country because they have to rescue this woman's Great Pyrenees that is across country with her ex-husband. She feels like she needs him to help her get through this bout of cancer. And these two friends are the only two friends that would actually do that for her. It's kind of a big ask.
So
they need each other as well because they both have different skills for this.
So
it's like a really low-grade Hunger Games.
So you put a Pyrenees in a Prius.
Yes, I do. And with two feuding friends and then a D-list celebrity who gloms onto the whole thing and makes everything miserable.
It sounds like a great story. I cannot wait to read it. We mentioned that you're a former UW professor. Do you live in California now?
No, I go there when it gets gloomy in Wisconsin, and it's very hard to be funny in your front porch where no one's around and it's raining or snowing. So I have really good friends there, and I go and stay with some friends for a couple of months, and then I come back for the rest of the year, and I live in sunny, beautiful Wisconsin.
Yeah, it's warming up. You can come back now.
I'm back. I'm back.
You are?
Yeah.
You are back.
Yes, I just came back in time for the launch. Yeah.
Do you have a Prius and a big dog?
No. I have a Subaru, and the Subaru was too big for this story. It had to be smaller.
And you actually have a dog named Peanut.
Yeah, I do. And I always say that was a wild moment of lack of imagination because I put his name, Peanut, my dog's name, in there almost as a placekeeper. But then I thought it might be kind of funny to have the Pyrenees name this tiny diminutive name. So
that's cute. I like that.
Yeah.
Well, welcome back to Wisconsin.
Thank you.
This is your fourth novel, right?
Yes. It feels like more. But yes.
How do you even start?
Oh, that's a really good question. I always start with a thing, like a scene in my head, like a picture, and then I tell the story of that picture.
Oh, and here's what I want to know when you're writing a book like this. Do you know the ending when you start the book, or does that evolve as you're writing?
It's interesting. I've changed over the years, and I do really know the trajectory of my story. Even when I'm editing it, it pretty much stays close to what the story is all the way through. But it gets so much more layered as I edit it, and believe me, I edit it a lot. Like I don't just sit down and write a book. Like it's a layered. Like I have TMJ.
Well, congratulations, continued success.
Thank you.
If I had a dime for every time Mark has said, I thought you told me this would work.
Yeah.
That's the greatest topic, greatest title.
Anne, great to see you. Thank you.
Great to see you, Anne. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
And you can hear more from Anne along with Wisconsin author Amy Reichert tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, a virtual event sponsored by Mystery to Me Books. Check out their website at mysterytomebooks.com. And we'll be right back with a final check of your forecast.